Okay, hi. So, hope you're doing good. I'm about to do my hourglass chakra spins. So I thought I'd bring you along in a way that's a little better than last time. That was fun, but I know it was a little bumpy. I do have cats around me, a husband coming out of the shower, but I think you can hear me good, and here we go. You're going to start with a big basketball-sized red ball, and you're going to realize the ball you have, and you're going to spin it to the right, and you're going to make it a nice red color. Get it going. You got to mirror a twin ball of it in the middle of the earth. It's pyrite, and it's spinning in a bunch of hot red lava, thus its color. Dip it in that middle of the earth, start down there, there's your red ball, and now bring it back, just kind of shake it out from all that and bring it back to you so that there's like the lava and the red of it is just going through the ball, spinning, maybe throwing some of that lava out, but cleaning it to a nice place. How is your security, your deep-rootedness today? Tie it to the earth, spin that basketball, ignore my cat, and then come through with a little light machete and cut the thing in half, and then flip it around so the round sides touch. And now you've got an hourglass that's going to shape itself because it's going to start to spin all in one direction, both halves. And you got a couple screens you're going to set up. You're going to look at it from the side, and you're going to look at it from on top. On top, it's just like a rim of red spinning into a bowl where you can kind of see a bowl below it. There's a translucence to it, and you're going to take a marble and roll it around the rim of that spinning red, and this motion itself starts carrying the marble down to sort of form. The bowl is sort of pliable and light, and it takes shape, but it's nice and crisp, kind of a hard shape, and it goes down smaller into where the two bowls meet, and then it's just heavy enough because it's full of iron to pop through between the two bowls and into the second bottom bowl. Nice tight spiral going wider, wider, wider with the marble that sets up the beautiful red hourglass. Now that marble's going to lose your hourglass and keep going down, and it's going to just pop to that other marble of pyrite in the middle of the earth, and then you're going to pop it back up to your bottom rim of the right spinning red hourglass and pull it up through just the same way it came in, just round and round through the hourglass, spinning to the right. Smaller, pops up into the top half, so you've made a hole between them and connected them, and that thread of red light comes up through the upper hourglass and to the rim, and then off into outer space. Your directions are going this way and then this way, or the opposite, but my point is you've threaded the hourglass in both directions. Now you've got an orange ball. It's slightly smaller. Leave that hourglass to do its thing. Orange ball, it is your pleasure, it is your joy, it is the color of red. I just love this hot lava thing I'm into lately, so we're going to make it kind of sticky and thick, but you're going to pour some nice water, maybe a little muddy water, so it's kind of thick water, onto the hot orange lava that's cooling. And it's spinning to the left, counterclockwise, the size of a soccer ball. Fits inside the last one in terms of its size. Red, orange. Use the elements. If it's dry, add water. If it's wet, add earth. And in this case, I'm adding both. Of course, you can blow it dry, and you can also crack lightning on it or strike a match to it. This one's plenty hot. We want to cool it down a little, and spinning left, and to make a nice orange. There's some deep oranges coming up in the flowers lately. that stay. It's not the same as the sunset light, so that's what I flip to this time of year. Nice and orange zinnia, don't get me started. Spinning to the left, and now, and what we used to do was make a crazy 8 around those two things that were spinning the opposite direction. Now what we do is we make a spinning hourglass with things going the opposite direction. So you're going to take that orange ball, you're going to cut it in half, you're going to put the round backsides together, and you're going to place them right inside, facet them right inside that red spinning one, except now you've got opposite orange spinning one. So you've got an orange to the left spinning one, spinning counterclockwise orange inside the spinning clockwise right hourglass spinning. Sometimes my words, it's hard to talk and do this actually. All right, so look down from on top now. You've got two contrary motion directions, but you're looking at the top of some rims of bowls, and the orange is going to the left. So let's just concentrate on that orange rim. Get it, drain it a little bit. I'm getting mass out of mine. I want it to be a little slower than the red, but we're gonna do that later. Right now it just tries to kind of find its own place. And why don't we zoom in? We're just gonna take one real zoom in, and we're gonna look at a curved line of red going up and a curved line of orange going down inside of it. And right now, just on the close-up screen, just try to put them close together, equal in speeds as best you can. All right, now go back to the overhead view of the spinning hula hoop, so to speak. You're looking down on a series of salad bowls that are really hourglasses. And your orange marble is going to start on the orange rim, and it's spinning to the left counterclockwise through the wide part of the orange hourglass into the smaller part, through the middle tunnel and into the smaller part of the bottom bowl, and then out wide, and it's coming down. It falls off of your hourglass into the world. I'm going to just spin mine around a nice orange zinni, and then come back to my orange bottom of the hourglass, now levitating with that energy. The marble spins left, but it goes up through the hourglass and then up to the upper part, small and then large, and up to the top rim, and then out into outer space. And now you have just threaded your orange joy light body nested inside your security. Two things spinning opposite ways. Take a minute. You can look from the side or you can look from the top. Find your perspective and just watch those two things spin against each other. Make the light shine through it. The red is a little stiffer, the orange is a little gooier. And that's how far we are. Leave that alone. We're going to grab a yellow softball size, spinning to the right, clockwise. It is your energy center in the middle of your chest. It is spinning right because it's electric, masculine. Take a second to make a triangle out of you and our sun and the Sirius star, our second sun. It's the heart of the Ursa Major Canine constellation. There's a triangle with you, the sun, Sirius, and now just be aware that you are directly across from the central sun, which makes a triangle with those two to make all of it a diamond. It's about getting your diamond light body on, and you are one point of the diamond, and the central sun, the nameless light and logos that feeds our sun and the planet Sirius, comes through those two places to you. There's a diamond there. All right, leave it alone. Go back to the softball. What kind of yellow you got? I love the yellow daylilies right now. The sun isn't yellow except at sunset and sunrise. You could grab some of that gold. What's your favorite shade of gold and yellow? Put it in there. Spin it right, spin it fast. Everything gets a little faster as we get more electric. And cut that softball in half. Put the back round sides together. They're spinning to the right, nestled inside the other hourglass. Now you've got three. You've got red and yellow going to the right together with the orange a little slower in between. But just concentrate on the yellow right now. It's still getting set inside those two structures, and those are adjusting to make room for it. The yellow rim, if you look down from on top, you take a marble and you spin it down through the hourglass. It's even keeled circle that gets smaller, drops through the middle, smaller into larger, and then spins off into space. And we're gonna take it out to the dog star on your underside, going down and through the earth and on the other side, and then come back with that light. Even though it has to pass through the earth and up through you, it takes the bottom of your rim, spins to the light, the marble comes up now through the hourglass, smaller in the top part, bigger as it rolls up, 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 and out into space, and we'll send it off to the sun. So there's your tie to the planet Sirius and the sun in your third chakra, your energy center. You get a little tired during the day, you spin your third chakra. You connect with that triangle. Very nice. Your heart is green. It's in your solar plexus, right here. Your chest. Get some green on. How much do you love your dogs and cats? It's the best place to start. Lionsgate, Sirius, Dog Star, Planet, Gateway. That's where we are right now. It's not a mystery that humans feel so much love for their dogs and cats. It's almost the easiest way to get someone to center in their heart. Spin your green chakra. It's smaller. It's the size of a baseball. It's nice and easy. Fits right in the palm of your hand. It actually kind of is the size of your heart. But it's a light ball. It's round. It's luminous. It's spinning to the left at a certain rate. That green that is so deep right now. I know there's a drought, but there are pockets up here in the north that are still very green. I have a mountain of green corn around me, and all the trees around me are green. Photosynthesize. We are going to take a moment to talk to our carbon atoms from our hearts. There's something called fullerenes in your carbon atoms, and there's one that looks just like the pattern on a soccer ball called the buckyball. Buckminster Fuller found it. That buckyball right there has a little spin issue, and we're going to take it and we're going to round it out and put it in our green heart chakra and spin it. It belongs in our carbon atoms, but we're bringing it up to this level to mess with it. And that is the place where we get siphoned, and it's just an angle thing. So if we just take that buckyball and align it to us instead of what it comes with to us, you shut down anybody siphoning your divine energy. So just take a minute to close it. You know what you do? Those little twisty things on blinds that change the angle of the blind. It's like the phase angle on the sun charts. Or no, I'm sorry, the phi angle. That's the same thing that the phi angle is if you watch sun science. Just a little twist in the angle of your spin, and you're not going to be directing your divine energy into the loosh tanks of the wrong side in the war on consciousness. We're here to reclaim your divine connection. You turn down those little buckyballs. It's not turning them down, it's just changing the angle on the light itself. And your heart just floats, becomes luminous, easy. It just, green is the color of iron. Iron is in our blood, very contained. If it got out of its little cellular thing, it would poison us and kill us. But what it's there for is all this magnetic connection. So get those carbon atoms behaving in a way that will develop our crystalline light, not be stuck here in carbon-based 3D. Enough. Green goes to the left, counterclockwise, love, center yourself in love. We're going to take that green baseball that's spinning in an appropriate way, chop it in half, turn it upside down, make it an hourglass that fits inside the other hourglasses. It's spinning now with the orange. The orange and the green have hooked onto each other tempo-wise. They are one. You've got your joy and you've got your heart, and they're connected and they're magnetic, and they spin to the left. They grow. As you experience joy and love, you emit it and you bring it to you and you create more. It's as easy as that, and in the process of that, it becomes almost impossible to feel pain and suffering. So that's why we do it, to have our bodies stuck here in 3D, but our minds are multidimensional and can lift our bodies out. So there you go, your green hourglass chakra. You got a little marble going on the top rim of the green. You've got red and yellow going to the right, and orange and green going to the left. The green marble on the top rim spins down. Now everything gets a little faster as it gets smaller. And I'm going through the green tunnel with the marble. I'm riding the marble through the green bottom half of the hourglass and out into space. I'm going to tie a little thing around my cat a little bit, and I'm going to come up back to the green hourglass, spinning left through the glass. Bottom gets smaller as it goes through the middle, up to the top, small to big spiral, comes out the top, and then you're going to send that out to outer space into the divine light. So I've just tied the light, I've opened the channel and tied the light going in both directions, so the love flows. We got to leave that there. Going to the 5th chakra in the throat. It is littler. It is the size of, a lacrosse ball is bigger than a handball. So that's what we're going for there, a lacrosse ball. It's in your throat. Picture the color of the sky on a cloudless day, luminous, light blue, spinning to the right. You speak your truth. You are asking the cosmos to make it easy for you to speak your truth. Effortlessly, you won't get in your way, other things won't mess with you. You will just experience things and clearly be able to speak only when it's necessary. Don't use too many words. Tie your vocal thing down so it doesn't wear you out. That's me. But I do really enjoy silence. Okay, spinning to the right, the light blue ball gets cut in half, the size of a lacrosse ball. It flips over, and you're putting it inside the green one. Now we have a threesome of red, yellow, and light blue, all bands of circles spinning to the right, with the inner one spinning a little faster than the outer ones because it's smaller. You've got a little marble on the light blue rim. You spin it through the tube of the hourglass. It goes kind of fast from the big spiral through the middle, and the middle through the bottom part of the hourglass, out into space. We are going to tie it around something blue. Let's say a blue jay. Now, blue jay isn't really blue. It's gray. Blue is tricky. It really gets into that phi angle on the light, just a little bit different. You don't have blue pigment. Let me see, what am I tying? Let's just put it around the whole world and be inside that part of the atmosphere. And then back through your right spinning light blue thing, coming up into the middle. You can walk through, honey. I can edit my thing if you need to go. Okay. We're going to come right up through the bottom part of the bowl, the right spinning blue, and it's going to get smaller and smaller. It goes kind of fast through the middle and up through the top and then out into the sky as it is from land. Very nice. You might need to take a little break. My legs are falling asleep. Stretch them out a little. We're getting there. Last two. Well, let's just take a minute, though, to look down on top of what we have with 5 spinning things. There's blue in the middle that's moving the fastest. Outer edge is red, moving the slowest, and yellow in the middle. Those are all spinning right. You've got like a bullseye or a salad bowl set, a hula hoop set in front of you. Red, yellow, light blue spinning to the right, orange and green spinning to the left. Just look at it. and let go. Let it just float. All right, last two. We have your dark blue, twilight, outer edge of our atmosphere, coming through to the left. It's in the middle of your head really, but we picture it as the third eye on our forehead. We are going to welcome the divine light through our third eye. While we spin it, it's the size of a golf ball. Turning on our third eye is another thing we are just here to do. It is what we use to open our imagination, which is what we visualize with, and that is the light the third eye uses. It doesn't get light from outside, it only gets the electricity of our thoughts to turn it on. Light blue or dark blue golf ball spinning to the left. Chop it in half. Flip it upside down, put it inside the light blue one. Now we have 3 and 3, orange, green, and dark blue, all spinning to the left. Pull those guys along. I'm draining the orange a little bit to make room to connect with the blue in terms of tempo. Blue, green, and orange, just picture those 3 rims with space between them, spinning left. Now just picture the blue one again, and you're going to take your little marble, and it's going to go really fast because it's so small. But here we go. Blue marble down through the big circle, little circle, big circle, out through the bottom, around the earth like the blue one, only this one it's going counterclockwise around the earth, back into your circle on the bottom of your hourglass. Dark blue spinning to the left comes up, it levitates the marble through the middle of your glass, little to big circles, up and out to the world, and we're sending it to our space. All through you. Just look at your 6 spinning rims, hoops, whatever you got going. Red, yellow, light blue to the right. Orange, green, dark blue to the left. It's like a bullseye where every other thing goes in contrary motion. Just see them. Okay, last thing is a ping pong ball. It is perfect because it's hollow. It's the one ball we have here that's truly hollow. It's spinning to the right, and it's purple, and it's right above your head. And here's the thing, is this thing never becomes an hourglass because it's outside you. It's your higher self. And what happens is all this motion, contrary motion of your spinning hourglass things, the purple ball floats through the middle of it based upon your natural ambient frequency. So sometimes your higher self is not really accessible to you, and then maybe it's like way out of you or way down somewhere. You know, what you want is that purple ball to kind of float in the middle and be accessible to all parts of your spectrum. So picture the purple ball spinning to the right, get the color right, get the luminosity right, and then put it in the hourglass and let it float. Look at it from the side and watch the spinning contrary motion create, you know, the same thing as a solar wind. It's not really wind. It's a magnetic field of particles, and it's making that higher self of yours, you know, first of all, it's just good that it's in the glass, that you have a higher self, and it's going to enjoy all parts of you and be available to the tuning of this in a quick moment that you might need to use it sometime soon. So just allow the relaxation and the tightening up of all these. Like, I guess really what happens is for the ball to float higher, it happens because the electric ones, the red, yellow, that align with it, are out in front, and that's creating a little faster deal to let it float up. And when it's floating down, that's because the magnetic ones are out in front. And that creates your higher self. It grounds the violet flame, so to speak. Certain rocks, charoite, sugilite, help with that immensely. So picture what that would feel like. Just make it happen by releasing the electric and letting that magnetic dominate the orange, hot lava, the green heart, the iron, and the pyrite, and the dark blue of twilight, all dominating to hold the violet light closer to the earth. Feels good, doesn't it? It's just kind of what we're missing. There's the war on consciousness manifests by keeping us in our heads too much. But here's the good news. When you connect with your heart and stop letting your head dominate, you are out of the reach of nefarious forces. These, we call them negative aliens, but whatever you want to call it, evil, anything, these things that don't help us can only reach us through our heads. And that's why there's so many contraptions trying to keep us all heady. And that's what anxiety is, essentially, is that you're just stuck upstairs. You just have to ground. And the techniques for grounding are multiplicitous. This is just one of them. You've got an hourglass spinning, processing all aspects of your life, clearing and cleaning so that you can respond from the middle in a balanced situation to whatever comes your way. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Oh, God, it's still 30 minutes.